Hi, in this video I'd like to talk about 5 different aspects of retirement. You in retirement. Possibly you've already watched a number of videos on this by people who are speaking largely from the theory of being retired. Not all of them. Some of them might have been retired for a number of years. But how many of them have been retired for as long as me? 28 years. I took voluntary redundancy at age 59, and in a couple of days I turned 87. So what are these aspects of retirement which are really important? They're important to me, and I think are very important to you. You might think, well, financial security. Can I afford it? That comes into it. But that's fairly low on the priority. Just imagine if you were forced out of the working environment without any money. You would still live. You mightn't live as well as you'd like to, but you would be living. No, the most important thing in retirement is retiring when you are still healthy. If you haven't retired yet, and it's still a long way off, get fit, get healthy, and stay healthy. You don't want your years of retirement to be confined to a walker and watching television, not able to travel, not able to do the things you really love to do, the things you've always envisioned you'd like to do when you reach retiring age. Health, so important. You need to be able to see, hear, feel, experience. That's what life is about, experiencing it. You can get it second-hand experience by watching TV or movies, but real experience comes from being out there and doing it. And you can only be out and do it if you are healthy enough to be out there and do it. So health, fitness, very important. I would say top priority. What's the second? An attitude or motivation. What am I going to do when I retire? Now you will go through all manner of trauma when you first retire. There'll be the honeymoon period. Oh, it's wonderful. All this freedom. I can sleep in, etc., etc. And then what am I going to do with the rest of my life? Motivate yourself to do the things that you really want to do. This is the opportunity. This is what you've been waiting for all of those years of working life. Now you are free. Motivate yourself to do what you really want to do. That's number 2, I think. 3, releasing the past. It doesn't matter what your career was in the old days. It doesn't matter. You might have worked yourself to the top of the wall, climbing on the wrong ladder and realised it, leaning against the wrong wall because this isn't what you really want. Release what you were. The memories will be still there, the experiences. You can draw on them. You can tell stories about them. You can even live within them to a point, but release them as far as controlling your life. You might have worked your way up to become the chief executive officer. When you join your Probus Club or your National Seniors Club, they won't give a stuff. They won't care whether you were the CEO or the cleaner. Everyone's at the same level in retirement. So let go of all that baggage. Just release it. The fourth one, I should say. This is the one that most people think about. Can I afford it? If you own your own home and are not paying off a big mortgage, if you have no really big debts, just small debts, maybe on a credit card or something like that, you can afford it. Don't put back retirement saying, I'll stay on another 5 years, from 60 to 65. 5 years might not seem very long. If it's 5 years off your life, it could be more. The difference between retiring at 60 and 65 might take 10 years off your life, or even 12. Retire as early as you can. You can afford it. You probably can. No big debts, no big mortgage to pay. Own your own car. Retire. Get advice from a financial planner. Make sure you've got the investments in place. You don't need a lot of money coming in. And if you're like me, you're probably entitled to the full age pension anyway. So with no debts, no real commitments that way, you'd be surprised how little you can get along on and still have a happy life. Number 5, and this sometimes takes maybe a year or two into retirement as you're feeling your way. Find out what you really want to do. What inspires you? What service can you provide to other people? Something that you love to do which makes you happy and makes other people happy. That's the secret of a successful retirement. In fact, that's probably the secret of a successful life. Doing what you love to do and helping others in a service that you love. So those are the aspects. I just mentioned them quickly. Health, very important. Your attitude and motivation at retirement. Releasing the past for what it is. Having no debts, getting financial advice, and finally deciding what you do and you're going to do from here on. I hope that this video has helped you in some way. Happy retirement.